Owain, first of all, let's talk about the international call-up you received that last Sunday. I suppose you'd be delighted to be involved in Chris Coleman's squad.
Yeah, absolutely. Obviously came as a bit of a surprise. I was down in London anyway doing a bit of work for Welsh TV for Wrexham were playing at Wembley, so the call came pretty late on Sunday. Didn't have any boots, no pads, no anything. Obviously when your country comes calling, you sort of down tools and get to where the squad are meeting.
Not a great result on Tuesday for Wales, but I suppose you will have mentioned to a few folk today about the last Friday's scoreline, no doubt.
Yeah, I think so. It's actually, from a Welsh perspective, it's been a positive week. Losing against Croatia was disappointing, especially going into the last 15 minutes of the game ahead. But a lot of positives to take from the game. Croatia are a top side, and I think the performance against Scotland, not only the result, but the performance was sort of quite comprehensive and really deserved the win there.
In comparison to Scotland's international week, yeah, it has been quite positive for Wales, and there are signs there of recovery under Chris Coleman.
Yeah, absolutely. It takes time, and probably that's what Scotland need to, as hard as it is right now. They've got some good players there, and sort of Premier League footballers. Gordon Strachan was the man that the sort of media clamoured for, and you've got to give the guy time, and probably Friday night's game really emphasised how Scotland are maybe a year behind Wales, because it's a good comparison to make. And not so long ago we were really struggling, sort of first results under Coleman, not the greatest, but we're starting to see light at the end of the tunnel now, that's for sure.
Back into club football and back from the international break, and the mood's always good in the camp. What's it like this morning?
Yeah, it's fine. Everybody's looking forward to Saturday. It's a good game for us. Probably, as much as we want to win the game, we're desperate to win the game. The pressure is probably on Hibs, because they want that top six finish that we've already cemented, and I think they've got Celtic away next week, so they'll be highlighting our game as a massive 3 points to them, and hopefully that'll work in our favour.
It was a real good weekend a couple of weekends ago, beating Ross County in the derby. Then on the Sunday your place in the top six was confirmed, and the manager's already said that we know that players want down tools. You're still desperate to finish high up the table as possible. Yeah,
I think the top six has been what this club has been searching for the last few years, and that's been the big thing, and certainly would have been our target at the start of the season. But it's almost, now that we're there, almost got an anti-climax feel, because it's not as if we've been 6th, 7th, 8th, and on the last day before the split we win to get there. Then it's party time, and it's like celebrating a cup, whereas we've been up there all season, and the expectation has been high, and it's just what we've been expecting, if I'm being honest. And now that it's done, we can sort of reevaluate our targets and really push on and look for the European spots, hopefully.
Yeah, because let's be honest, top six is a remarkable achievement for a club like Caley Thistle.
It is, and I think that can be forgotten because of the season that we've had, and the league has been tight, but we've always been the ones that are up there, and I think it's always better to have the points on the board rather than be the chasing teams, sort of maybe playing well but still got a bit of ground to make up. So we've been up at it all season, and it's important that we keep going now and make sure that we're up in the sort of second, third position at the end. Yeah,
like you say, Europe's the target now for the team, and with Hibs and St Johnstone before the split, and the post-split fixtures, a lot of good games to get your teeth into.
Absolutely, it's just something to look forward to. It's what we've worked really hard all season to get into this position that we're in. We've got to make sure that we enjoy it, and hopefully with the team that we've got, the squad that we've got, we can keep going and set our sights nice and high.
Hibs, the opponents on Saturday, a side you've done well against this season. You beat them quite comprehensively here back in December in a 2-2 draw, coming from behind as well in the process, and I think that was probably the kind of little turning point in the season, that 2-0 deficit overturned at Easter Road.
Yeah, I think it was. That was a really important stage of the season, still without a win at that stage, looking like sort of going to another defeat. Boys showed great character. I missed that game, but since I've been at the club, I think Hibs got the better of us a couple of times last season, but always felt we played well against them, and always a team that we feel we can do well against, and hopefully that carries on Saturday.
It's a nice big arena to go and play your football. I think that was the first time you played down there in the semi-final as well, and if you can get the supporters on the home team's backs as well, it might increase your chances of getting something.
Yeah, that's very true. I mean, the semi-final was my first time there, and really enjoyed it, if I'm being honest. it's a really good football stadium, quite modern. I'm not sure what the pitch will be like, but that's irrelevant. We go there full of confidence after the derby win, and sort of looking to get another 3 points.
Cheers, Owain. Thanks for your time.